This lecture is our first lecture on the eye. It describes the outer structure of the eye, and we begin with the three tunics, starting with the fibrous tunic. So the actual eyeball, then, the outer structure of the eye is made of three concentric, which basically means a circle within a circle or a globe within a globe. It is made up of three concentric layers called tunics. So you have the outer tunic, and this is called the fibrous tunic. As the name implies, this is the tough tunic. Remember, fibers, they're tough. Then we have the middle tunic, which is called the vascular tunic. And you remember that vascular tissue is related to blood. It has to do with blood vessels and the like. So this is the tunic and the layer that has lots of blood vessels in it. And then there is the innermost tunic at the inside of this globe, and this is called the sensory tunic. So you can tell this is where sensation takes place. In this case, we're discussing light sensation because that's what eyes do. Eyes detect light. So here we have the sensory tunic. This is also known as the retina. So I'm now just going to briefly tell you about the outer layer. This, you recall, I just told you this, is the fibrous tunic. And this is made of tough fibrous material. This is what really makes the shape of your eyeball. It is what makes it and keeps it in a ball. And this tough ball is clear at the front. This is the part of the eyeball we call the cornea. Now, corn also means tough. So this is telling you that this is tough as well, but in this case, the cornea is tough but clear. And then the rest of the eyeball is opaque. That means you can't see through it. And this is the part of the eyeball known as the sclera, also known as the white of the eye. And interestingly, sclera, skull also has to do with tough, like multiple sclerosis. So what all these names imply is that this is the tough part of the eye. Now, let's take a look at what I just said regarding the shape and the clearness or opaqueness of the eye. So let's just get started with a drawing here. So in this case, you're going to be looking at an eye as though a slice were taken out of it, going from the side. So you're going to see, as I said, a ball shape like this. And then at the front, there's a little bit of a bulge, like so. And since this is just one layer, I'm going to draw it as a layer here. This, of course, is not to scale. But there you see a layer here. And what I'm getting at is that this portion of this outer layer, that portion there, which you would be looking out of, is the clear part. So that's the cornea here in this area here at the front of the eye. And then all the rest, all along here, all of this then is opaque. That means you can't see through it. So this is opaque. And while this, of course, is the cornea, the clear part, again, the opaque part is called the sclera. And that is it for this lecture.